Aloha, beautiful people. Thank you for listening to KPFZ 88.1 FM in Lake County, California. I'm Laureen Lee, and I'm here to talk to you about your holistic health and energy. And with me in the studio today is my good friend Allen Markowski. And as always, we are working to bring you a live stream online so that you can, if you can't pick up the radio station locally, at least you can watch online on YouTube on Allen Markowski's channel, or you can go on to Facebook after facebook.com, type in love.laureen, Laureen, and we are working on a live stream for you there. You can type your questions in online, or you can call in to the radio station, 707-263-3435. And as always, that is what we're here for. We are here to help you unravel the confusion around nutrition and natural medicine and holistic health and get your questions answered. So feel free to go ahead and call in, 707-263-3435. I would like to share this public service announcement with you concerning the North Shore Community Center, which is formerly known as the Lucerne Alpine Senior Center. It's located at 10th and Country Club in Lucerne. They need new board members, and if you're business savvy or if you like to work with or for common unity, if you have experience serving with other organizations, or if you'd like to help the North Shore community evolve with the changing times, we need your input. So please join There's a workshop for a board workshop if you're interested in joining the board of the North Shore Community Center on Saturday, April 9th at 10 a.m. And there's a board meeting on Tuesday, April 13th at 6:30 p.m. There's rides being offered for Tuesday night. You can call 279-4808 for more information on getting a ride. And if you want more information about the North Shore Community Center, you can give Dallas a call at 707-275-9608 at the community center there in Lucerne. You know, they do things like Meals on Wheels. They have town meetings, and they have a live jam night once a month. They do people services, and they also do meals Monday through Friday at the location. They have AA meetings, and they do dances, line dancing. So they also have a meditation on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. So if you would like to join the meditation, they often do group visualization for things like reviving the community center and working on things that are personal to the people that are there at the meeting. So if you're interested, please go to the meeting, or get a hold of Dallas and let her know that you'd be interested in volunteering. And her number, one more time, is 707-275-9608. So today, I'm here to talk to you about your health and your energy and nutrition and things like that, as always. Really soon, I'm going to be doing a cleanse, and I'm inviting people to join me in the cleanse. I'm a life spa coach with one of my teachers from my nutrition college, designed a cleanse that happens twice a year, and I'm going to be leading a group of people to do the cleanse, and it's absolutely free if you want to join us to have my guidance on that. And we'll be meeting once a week in person, and we'll also be doing online meeting, and I'll be available for support as I always am. It's a community service. It's absolutely free to have my help. There are herbs and foods and things that you're going to want to get if you're interested in doing the cleanse, and I can guide you to those things. You can either get your herbs and that from the local health food store, and you can also order things online. There's like a whole kit, and you can just get the whole thing if you're interested in doing it that way. But this is a really great cleanse because you can eat. You get to eat while you're on the cleanse. And what I love about it is that it resets your liver, your kidneys. It cleanses your lymph system and prepares your liver and kidneys and some of your other organs to detox toxins from your food, metals, and things like that, so that you can reboot your system, and it changes your fat metabolism, which is where most of the toxins live. And so you're going to be able to have the opportunity to cleanse all of your detox pathways, reset your fat metabolism, get rid of some of those toxins. And so the teacher that I joined in this and who is created the cleanse, his name is Dr. John Douliard, and his website is at lifespa.com. And so if you want to learn more about the cleanse ahead of time, you can go onto his website and you can read about it. Also, I have some information. What do you call these things, Alan? It's like a brochure that you can pick up down at Bikram Yoga if you want to learn more about it as well. And so it just gives you some points on what is available and what you're going to need to do and what you can expect and things like that. So this Thursday down at Bikram Yoga in Lower Lake from 11:30 till 4:30 in the afternoon, I'm going to be inviting people down to come talk to me about the cleanse, or you can just talk to me about whatever your health concerns are. And this is different from the healing clinic that we've been doing once a month. It's just going to be me and possibly another one or two healers that might come down and just offer some services as well for free. So just to be really clear, this is a community service. There's no charge, and if you'd like to come down and talk to me about your health or about doing this cleanse, I invite you to come down, and you can write to me at quantumenergyshift.com, or just give me a call if you would like some special time just for you or a friend or family member where you can come in and talk to me about your health. And I love to do this because I'm still, even though I have received my bachelor's degree in holistic health from Quantum University, I have completed my nutrition program, which is an in-depth, a full-year study of nutrition, and I have my certification for that. But I'm still in school at Quantum University, working on my master's degree and my bachelor's degree. I'm at my master's degree and my PhD in natural health. And so when I'm finished, I'll be your doctor in natural medicine. But right now, what I'm doing is I'm helping you, the community, and just anyone out there in the world. I'm here to help you with your health and your nutrition and your energy, and at the same time, you're helping me, because when you call in and you ask your questions, or you type your questions in online, or you contact me by email, any way that you take advantage of these free services, it is a really great opportunity for me to just hear what's going on with people. Everybody's different, and so you just never know what you're going to hear. You never know, what people are going to say, what they're working on, what their challenges are. And so it's a really great experience for me while I'm still in school to be able to offer these free services and to be able to help everybody out and hopefully try to get you pointed in the right direction. And I've been a volunteer most of my life since I was a teenager, and it's just something that I absolutely love to do. And I feel like, I wish we could all give a little bit of our time and energy to help one another out and to work together and to not have to worry about how much something costs and things like that. And especially with healthcare, it's expensive. And especially with natural healthcare, it can be expensive. And so I love giving people the opportunity to ask their questions and get their themselves kind of pointed in the right direction and not have to worry about, how much is this going to cost me or whatever. And it's a beautiful thing. And I know that there are lots of other folks out there in the community that do things. I get, free Reiki treatments and massage and things like that from other volunteers who are out there volunteering. And so I know there are a lot of folks out there like me who love serving in the community and helping each other out. And so that's what I'm here for. So get yourself healed or get yourself pointed in the right direction. Get some of your curiosities and confusion cleared up, and so you can take good care of yourself and have it not cost you anything. It's just such a beautiful thing. So today in the studio here at KPFZ, we are taking your calls. That's pretty much our favorite thing to do, is take your live calls and answer your health questions. And so if you do have questions, or if you have comments, or if you offer services in the community and you would like to talk about that on the air, feel free to go ahead and call in at 707-263-3435, and we'll take your calls on the air. Alternatively, if you are watching on Facebook or YouTube right now, you can type your questions in next to the live stream and just ask your health questions that way. Also, you can send me an email at quantumenergyshift.com, and I do spend some hours every week thoroughly answering your questions, and I'm so blessed and just honored to be able to be of service to you all right now. And so please take advantage of that while I'm still doing it. And I probably will still be volunteering for several months or maybe even several years. And so don't be shy. Hop on in and ask your questions. And in the meantime, I have a couple of articles from Life Spa, which is lifespa.com, which I briefly mentioned is going to be the cleanse that we're going to follow is from Dr. Douillard, and that is his website, lifespa.com. So you can find out more about it by going onto the website there. And while we're on the air today and in between your calls, I would like to read some stuff from the website, lifespa.com. So there's an article here that just came out not even 2 weeks ago. The confusing world of eating, dieting, and cleansing. So this is lifespa.com. You can follow along if you like. And the article is The Confusing World of Eating, Dieting, and Cleansing. How much fun is that? Well, it's definitely something that we're all curious about. Let's see if we have the caller right now. Aloha, caller, you're on the air? Quite
Aloha,
possibly.
This is Francis, and we gave you a flyer earlier for the Lucerne Senior Center.
Uh-huh.
And it's on the 12th, not the 13th.
Oh, it's on the 12th. Okay, so it says the 13th on the flyer. Is the 12th a Tuesday? It is, because I just happen to know because my birthday's on the 14th. So
there you go.
So
well, almost happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. So that board meeting is actually Tuesday, April 13th at 6:30 p.m., and that is the actual board meeting. If you wanted to go to the workshop, that is Saturday, April 9th at 10 a.m.
All right.
Yay.
Okay. So Tuesday is actually the 12th.
Okay, Tuesday is actually the 12th. So come on down if you want to do the board meeting. Okay. Tuesday the 12th at 6:30 p.m. And that is at the North Shore Community Center, which is also known as the Lucerne Alpine Senior Center.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for helping fix that.
You're so welcome.
All right.
Good luck with that.
Healthy trails.
Okay, thanks.
Bye.
Bye now. Great. So I'm starting, so I'm going to start doing this cleanse probably in a couple weeks. And if you're interested in cleansing and kind of rebooting your liver and clearing out your pathways for your toxins and all of that, this is a good opportunity for you to be able to do that and get some guidance that is absolutely free and totally all about you. So the website to check out is lifespa.com. And so I was reading an article here for you called The Confusing World of Eating, Dieting, and Cleansing. So with chronic disease responsible for 2/3 of death worldwide, 4 billion pounds of toxic chemicals being introduced into the environment each year, and over 1/3 of the population now considered obese, with 60 to 70% of them complaining of a digestive problem, I think it's safe to say we have a crisis. As consumers, we watch the diet battles rage on, trying to determine if a low-fat or a low-carb diet is best. Today, the accepted notion is that carbs and grains are the cause of just about everything, including obesity, diabetes, and Alzheimer's. The science, however, tends to disagree. In one study, a group of obese adults had their fat intake cut by 800 calories for 1 week, and then their carb intake cut by 800 calories for another week. And the results were surprising. The low-fat diet, not the low-carb diet, actually produced greater body fat loss. To make the current fad even more confusing, grains like wheat have been shown in many studies to actually reduce the risk of both diabetes and Alzheimer's, so the confusion continues. Ayurvedic logic. It's hard to ignore the logic of nature, which delivers in its seasonal harvest a high-protein, high-fat diet from the fall-winter harvest, a low-fat diet from the spring harvest, and a high-carb diet from the summer harvest. Soon, the diet wars may end as the emerging science on the microbiome may force us to be logical and eat with the seasons, although I might be being optimistic here. Here's what we know. Soil microbes change from one season to the next. These soil microbes attach to the plants that we eat and become our new gut microbes with each change of the season. These new seasonal microbes support functions for the body to antidote the seasonal extremes. For example, certain microbes in the winter help us digest heavy grains that have been eaten for 3.4 million years and counting. Spring foods help decongest the body, and summer foods help cool the body to endure the summer's heat. Deer, in one report, can actually die from ingestion if they eat out of season, but we as humans seem oblivious to this connection to nature, likely due to having nearly every food at our fingertips at all times of the year in the grocery store. To make eating seasonally easy for everyone, we've created an array of seasonal eating tools that you do not want to miss, and most of them are free. The 3-Season Diet Challenge. There's an email guide on lifespa.com. You can sign up for that, and that's a free service. And I'm laughing because Alan's goofing around with the video here. So that's not me this week. Is that another week? I don't even remember doing that. He's sending me little messages on his teleprompter. So we have a teleprompter now. It's pretty exciting. Anyway, so there are several free support tools on lifespa.com that you can check out and just sign up and get free information and get free support from there. And as always, I'm here to answer your questions. If you do have questions about that or anything, health-wise, just let me know. Send me an email or just call into the show here. Once again, the number here is 707-263-3435. So I want to talk to you about Ayurvedic cleansing. And this is from lifespa.com article I was just reading you. If we were able to eat solely seasonal foods, we wouldn't have to think about cleansing. But for many folks, it's quite a difficult task. It might look something like eating grains, meat, nut, seeds, and some fermented veggies in the winter, depending on where you lived. Spring would be more root veggies and teas and early spring greens, and summer would come as a great relief with numerous veggies and fruits to choose from. With 4 billion pounds of toxic chemicals being dumped into the environment each year and 60 to 70% of the population having digestive troubles, this is a recipe for disaster. We can process many of these toxins naturally, but it requires a healthy and strong digestive system to navigate around this toxic world. The ability to detox well is dependent on the ability to digest well. Restoring to taking hard to digest foods out of the diet, like wheat and dairy, for example, is a sign of a weakening digestive system. So each time the seasons change, nature offers us the opportunity to reboot our digestive and detox strength and flush out some of the lingering toxins that may be storing in your fats and congesting your lymphatic system. This has become more urgent with the new research, which found that over 3 pounds of brain toxins, such as beta amyloid plaque, are flushed each year through tiny lymphatic vessels in the brain. This is the entire weight of your brain in toxins dumped from your brain each year. These nasty toxins will only be flushed if those lymphatic vessels are healthy and not congested. Congestion in the lymph starts from a weakened digestive system, and it's linked to mood, cognitive, digestive, and chronic health concerns. Ground zero, and what determines our natural ability to digest and detoxify through the lymphatic system, is the health of our intestinal skin. If you were to flatten out all of the villi in the intestines, it would cover an entire tennis court. That's a lot of extra surface area for us to be able to digest and detoxify with. The intestinal skin is much like an air filter that can easily get dirty and break down, but we cannot fully replace the intestinal skin. If it breaks down, so do we. New studies have linked increased oxidative stress associated with aging to the breakdown of the lymphatics that surround the digestive system. Maintaining youthful intestinal skin is not an impossible task, but it does require some care. So that's why I want to lead this cleanse for anyone who's interested. Whether you're local in Lake County, we'll do some in-person meetings and work together on this cleanse. Or whether you're, if you're not local, we'll put together a group online where we can all support one another and work on this together. So what happens is, in the foods we eat and the things we drink and the environmental toxins around us and the pharmaceutical medicines we take, our body is constantly having to process toxins out. And what happens is, if your liver is not cleansed and ready to do the detox, and your lymph system is not cleansed and ready, and your digestive system is having problems, what happens is the toxins are not able to leave your body, and they get recycled back into your blood. And so you're basically constantly recycling all of these same toxins over and over again. So ideally what you want to do is you want to prepare your digestive system, strengthen your digestive system, cleanse your lymph, your liver, your kidneys, and your gallbladder and things like that, so that when you are ready to move those toxins out, you kind of start to pull them out, that your body can handle it and it won't reprocess the toxins back through your blood. And so what happens is that when our liver isn't working properly, when our digestive system isn't working properly, and those kind of things are happening, what's going on is that we start to get this fat around our middles. And that fat actually traps these toxins. So that's one place that toxins live, is in this fat that is harder to get rid of. And not only that, but when you start to grow fat around your middle, that fat kind of has a mind of its own, and it craves things that feed it, and it craves those things more than the nutrients that we need. And some of the things that feed that belly fat are processed grains and sweeteners and sugars and, any kind of sweet stuff is going to feed that belly fat, and it wants to get fed first. And so you feed that, it grows, because it actually grows kind of like it has a mind of its own, and it's always hungry. And so when we're not prepared or able to burn that fat, it just keeps growing and growing and storing toxins in our body. So what the cleanse that I want to do with you all is a cleanse that actually starts to heal your digestive system and prepares your lymph system, your liver, and some of your other detox organs, so that you can pull these toxins out. You can actually eliminate them, and it reboots your liver health, which, you may not be aware of this, but your liver has a very, very big role in fat burning. And so once your liver can handle the toxins and actually process them and get them out, it's like rebooting your liver so that you can actually burn fat. And so your body can continue to burn fat as long as you are getting proper nutrients from your vegetables and your other whole foods. And then, you can handle a lot more in your diet, like if you eat, added fats like olive oil, or, you make stir fry with oils and things like that, your body's able to handle that better. And I have a little note from Allen here that says toxins bad. And yes, I have to agree with you. Toxins, we want to get those out. We really can't avoid them. I mean, there's just really absolutely no way in our world today to avoid these toxins, but we do want our bodies to be prepared and to be capable of moving these toxins out. And so that's what we want to accomplish with a cleanse like this is to reset our organs and our digestive system to be able to process out these toxins just on a regular basis. And so while I love to encourage you to eat whole foods and to get all your veggies and get all your nutrients, from your food, and to avoid toxic foods and foods that are not contributing to your health, such as processed grains and processed sweeteners, for example, and low quality fats. Besides all of that, you want to just at least have your body in the state of health where if you do eat something that's not necessarily healthy for you, or if you maybe drink wine, or you go, whatever we do, because we all do a little something here and there, we want our bodies to be able to handle that and just to be able to process that stuff out. So it's not really a big deal. It's not in our bodies causing us to be exhausted and to have joint pain and body pain and symptoms. There's just so many different symptoms out there. And so it really helps if you get yourself cleaned up and make it so that you can process toxins that you come into contact with on a regular basis. And so you can do a cleanse like this. If you've never done one, it'll be absolutely delightful for you. Not only will you maybe lose a little bit of weight, you can get some relief in your digestive system, and you just get this wonderful feeling, because what happens with this cleanse is that it kicks in your fat metabolism. It helps you burn fat. That's, where the toxins are stored in that. And fat energy is really, really good energy, and you feel just really calm, and you actually start to feel really good. So that's just a great bonus with doing a cleanse like this. And some other great bonuses are really just to get your system give it a reboot. And so if you are doing it for the first time, it's really great. It feels really good, and you can have a lot of success. And, what happens is even if we do cleanses or we go on diets and we do things like that, little by little, we kind of get off track and we get wrapped up in our daily lives and we get busy and stuff, and we don't, do all of our cooking at home, or, for whatever reason, we kind of go back to the old ways, I'll just have a little of this and a little of that. And so to do a cleanse like this a couple times a year or once every year or two or something like that can be a really great thing, just to keep you working real good, because we get our oil changed in our car and we change our brakes, and, and we do things to keep our vehicles in optimum health, so to speak. The same with our homes. We do spring cleaning, and we organize, and we get rid of the old stuff and maybe bring in some new good stuff. And so that's, what we want to do with our bodies. So if you are interested in doing a cleanse like this with me, once again, I am offering to support folks on this absolutely for free, and I would love to help all of you, any of you. There's really no obligations. There's really nothing to do. However, you will buy certain foods and herbs, and they're real simple things. If you don't buy the special Ayurvedic herbs, there's alternatives for every step of the cleanse where you can do things like common herbs that you probably have, or you can buy down at the little Mexican store or the health food store, like cinnamon sticks that you make tea with that you're going to drink at certain times. And so Dr. Douillard, who designed the cleanse that I'm talking about, he makes it real easy for you if you just want to, go down to your health food store and go down to maybe your farmer's market or wherever and get the foods that you need and get the kind of herbs that you need. And then the support, which he does offer support on his website, and you sign up and you pay something, whatever it is, and you're welcome to do that. But I'm also trained in leading a cleanse like this, and I'm offering to help for free. So I want you to feel free to take advantage of it and maybe make it a little bit easier on you, because all you have to really do is show up and change, maybe the way you're eating for between 4 days to 2 weeks, and so it can be a lot easier. And I just want as many people as possible to do this, because if our bodies are clean, our minds feel better, our emotions are better, and our health is better, our physical health. And especially if you're having to take medicines and things like that, you want to be able to wash those toxins out of your body pretty easily and have all of your systems working well to be able to do that. So we want to maybe, since we're not having any calls yet, which is kind of unusual for us because we're usually just back-to-back calls here, but feel free to either type your questions in if you're watching a live stream on YouTube or on Facebook. Type your questions in, and hopefully I'll be able to get those. And you're also welcome to call in to the station. The number here is 707-263-3435. And so call in with your questions as well if you have them. Also, if you're a local healer and you like to volunteer and offer free help for people to get their bodies clean or healthy, if you're good at what you do, or you offer any kind of services locally, if you want to call in and talk about that, especially if you're a volunteer and you're offering things for free, please call in and talk about that as well. So I want to read another article from lifespa.com, which is the website of Dr. John Douillard, who invented the cleanse that I'm talking about. It is an Ayurvedic cleanse, so it uses foods and herbs, and it's very gentle. And so Alan's cracking me up. He's typing me jokes on the little prompter. I love this. This is too fun. He's going to wash those toxins right out of his hair.
I just saw South Pacific not too long ago, the theater company, so that's what I thought of when you mentioned that.
That's funny. I love it. So lifespa.com is the website that I'm reading from today, and it's also the home of Dr. John Douillard online, who invented the cleanses that I'm talking about. He offers a couple different ones, and I, any of them are good for cleansing your detox pathways, and also for working on emotion and energy during a cleanse. And so it works on more than just a physical level. And one of the big things that it does that I absolutely love is it cleanses and clears your lymph system and allows the toxins that you're trying to get rid of. It gives them a clean, clear path to the outside of your body to just get out. All right. So here's a short article on the website. It's called "Is Your Lymph Making You Gain Weight?" New research on multiple roles of the lymphatic system is confirming what Ayurveda describes as rasu dhatu, or lymph, many thousands of years ago. The simple notion that lymph congestion could be a cause of multiple health concerns is now beginning to be an accepted field for investigation. For one example, in a study, when lymphatic vessel integrity was compromised, the lymph fluids, which are rich in fat and lipids, leaked out from mispatterned or ruptured lymphatic vessels and activated fat accumulation, leading to weight gain. And what I want to say about that is that weight gain is holding on to toxins in your body, so it makes it even more of a challenge. So you are giving these toxins more place in your body to live, and that's your body. Those toxins really just have no business there. So to continue with the article, the leakage of lymph as a result of lymphatic congestion can do much more than trigger fat accumulation and storage. One of the more concerning issues is that toxins and damaged cells take advantage of an overwhelmed lymphatic system for their dissemination. A large number of in vitro animal and human studies have shown a causative relationship between lymphatic vessel congestion and abnormal health issues. According to Ayurveda, the lymphatic system is the very first system we treat, as it represents the drains of the body. If the drains become clogged, the toxins, allergens, and irritants can accumulate and cause numerous health concerns. The lymphatic system starts in the intestines with the finger-like projections called lacteals that absorb and transport both nutritional and toxic fats, lipids, and proteins off the intestinal tract and into the lymph surrounding the intestines. Once these fats and proteins enter the lymph, they're processed through a series of lymph nodes where they're filtered through thousands of white blood cells of the immune system. Taking out waste and bringing purified nutrients like proteins and fats back into the heart to be recirculated is one of the most important functions of the lymph. If this were not functional, we would die within 24 hours. Hippocrates first described the lymphatic vessel as white blood and coined the term chyle, C-H-Y-L-E, from the Greek word chylos, meaning juice. Chyle is a milky tissue fluid consisting of emulsified fats and free fatty acids, collectively called lymph. This fluid is formed in the digestive system and taken up by the specialized lymph vessels known as lacteals. Lately, the research on the body's lymphatic system has been nothing short of amazing. Dr. Douillard recently wrote on a new discovery regarding lymph vessels that drain the brain and central nervous system, which are linked to cognitive function, mood concerns, as well as autoimmune concerns. So this is a really, really, really important and loved part of our body. It doesn't get a lot of attention. There's not, a whole lot of just common knowledge out there about how your lymph system works. And so if you're willing to do a cleanse twice a year or once every year or two to clear and cleanse your lymph system, and which also heals your digestive system, reboots your liver, cleanses up your kidneys and your gallbladder, you're really going to be in a lot better shape. And, you'll begin to see some symptoms clear up, just simple things like, brain fog, exhaustion, and some pain that you may be having in your joints or even in your muscles and things like that, because a lot of that pain can come from toxic buildup. And so it's going to give you an opportunity to see if having your body cleaned out like that is something that can give you some symptom relief, and just to see if if you start to get more energy, you start feeling better and things like that. All really important stuff. So if you are interested in doing a cleanse like that, then I'm interested in helping you do that, and I'm here at your service and always willing to support you, get your health questions answered, whether I'm on the air or not. So you can always you can go onto my Facebook page, type in a question there, search for Laureen Lee, or type in love.Laureen after the / on Facebook, and you can ask me questions on there or send me you can send me an email at quantumenergyshift.com. And as always, these are absolutely free services to our local community here and also across the world, wherever you are. I really want to, while I'm doing my volunteer years here, I really want to help you. I want to help as many people as possible kind of get pointed in the right direction. I love answering your questions. It helps me learn more about individuals and, because everybody's different, and that's a big part of the whole assessment, and what should people be doing. I really don't believe in super generalized things, except for simple things like don't eat junk food and stuff like that. Yeah, we can be general about that, but in reality, everyone is really different. And so we want to, it gives me really an opportunity to help people that are in different situations. And so, I love volunteering because I love helping, but I also love volunteering because I love to learn, and I'm curious and I love to learn more. So whatever your situation is, don't be shy and don't feel like, it's not fair or something if I'm just helping you for free, because it really does help me and I love doing it. And you, whoever's out there right now listening and who isn't sure, is this for me, or, whatever it is. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Like, I want to help you. And I really get a lot out of it on a soul level, and also just while I'm going through school, I also get a lot out of it, just learning from you as much as you're learning from me. And as Allen says, free. Don't be shy. I love how you're typing me these little messages, Allen. It's so cool. So that's going to be happening here pretty soon. If you are interested in doing a cleanse like this, or if you just have health questions, I'm going to be doing some free hours at the Bikram Yoga this Thursday from 11:30 to 4:30. You can just come in if you don't mind waiting your turn, or you can contact me and make an appointment time. That's fine as well. But I'll be really happy to talk to you if you're interested in doing the cleanse or whatever your health questions are, because I want everybody to get an opportunity to get in and get some help. And so Bikram Yoga's in Lower Lake, and if you're not local, then please do just send me an email at quantumenergyshift@yahoo.com. Ask me your health questions, and I love working on that. I do put aside a few hours a week so that I can absolutely be thorough in answering your questions and help you get information and point you in the right direction so that you can help yourself. And you can also... What else? You can call into the radio station here at 707-263-3435. We have tons of space on the phone lines right now. If you have questions, go ahead and call in. Otherwise, if you want something a little bit more private, then just send an email, and I'll help you out that way. So let's see, I've got to talk about some cool stuff today, but I want to talk about toxins and emotions. So continuing...
Toxic emotions.
Mm-hmm. And, toxins can affect your emotions, so that's really important. It affects your mood. It can affect your emotions.
Yeah, energy and matter, emotions and toxins.
Right? Exactly. So we have a caller, Allen.
Oh, good.
Oh, yay. And, okay.
Hope we don't lose them.
No. Aloha, you're on with Laureen.
Hi, Laureen.
Hi.
Anyways, I've got two questions.
Okay.
Well, maybe one. I just quit taking my Prozac like 6 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't stop it short. I did it on my own, and I did it like every other day.
So you stopped taking Prozac, and you decided to just kind of whittle down the amount that you're taking over time?
Yeah, and I wanted to do this for over a year.
Okay.
But then I keep hearing, you can't just stop this and stuff. Well, then I saw my doctor, I guess it was last week, and I told him what I was doing, and he's all, well, how do you feel? And I said, seriously, I feel so much more motivated.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have, oh, that sounds icky. I don't even want to say that over here.
So,
Bowel problems.
Mm-hmm.
They're much better.
Well, that's a big deal.
It's a huge deal.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also quit taking Motrin, 800 milligrams, 3 times a day. So I'm trying to whittle things down. But I'm just wondering, I think I need, okay, can you tell me more about, like, B12? Because I've had B12 shots in the past.
Did you
really
find the
helped
B12 shots helpful? You did. Did it give you energy?
Very much so. But I was really ill.
Okay. Did it give you energy?
Yes.
Good.
So what do you suggest, like, organically for B12?
Well, you can get a lot of the good vitamins and minerals from your food, obviously, especially from organic vegetables, and you want to eat from all the colors of the rainbow. That's going to give you a huge amount of nutrients that you need. You can also do some juicing. They have some powdered, like, green drinks that have a lot of vitamins and minerals. But
okay, I know what you're talking. Yeah,
they have
it's the green powder.
They have macro greens is a good one, and they have some even better ones, some even better quality ones. But macro greens is a good one, and B12. I don't object to B12 as a supplement, and they have a sublingual one which you put it under your tongue, and B12 and D, and C, these are vitamins that you can do on a regular basis. Of course, you always want to talk with your doctor,
right.
but because I just want to make sure and say that. But as far as supplements go, those are some of the really good ones that you can do on a regular basis that are good for you, and that can help a lot of things. B12 really helps with your energy, and that's why I was asking, if you felt more energy, how you're feeling in that from
when I've gotten the shot. Oh man, it's like instantaneously.
Yeah. Well, if you did the sublingual and you did a little bit each day, then you could build that up. Can
I get that at the health food store?
Oh yeah. And you can also get it online. So you can get...
I don't have a computer. So
okay. Yeah. If a lot of the health food stores, if they don't have it, they'll just order it for you. So I know they have B12 and they have other, like, multivitamins that have more B12 and stuff in them. But if they don't have what you're looking for, then you can just ask them and they'll usually help you get that.
Great. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. I'm really glad that you're kind of weaning off some of the medicines.
Kombucha.
Yeah, the kombucha is really good.
I gotta make it myself. It's
good.
Kind of expensive. No, I haven't.
Oh, I know. Me too. I know. I have a terrible kombucha habit, and it's actually a wonderful, terrible kombucha habit, but it is expensive. It's like $3 or $4 a bottle. If you want to drink one every day,
No, I don't drink I just drink like a shot glass.
I know. I mean, because it's so expensive.
2 or 3 times a day. But I notice the difference.
Yeah, it really does help. It gives your digestive system the microbes that it needs to stay in balance, so the harmful bacteria and microbes don't take over. Like yeast, for example, or candida, the yeast bacteria or the microbe that we call yeast, it does actually have a purpose in our bodies, but when it gets out of whack, it can make us really sick. And so when you have the good microbes in there and you're doing something like kombucha, you can do kimchi or other fermented drinks.
Still got to try and make my own kimchi.
And you can make those half salt pickles, which also have really good probiotics. But when you're doing that on a daily basis, then you're giving your body the things that it needs to balance out your digestive system, because with the way that we eat nowadays in general, the way that the population is eating in general.
Kind of poorly.
And what it does is it feeds the microbes that aren't helping. And then they overgrow and kind of push out the good microbes, right? And so when you're doing those probiotics and stuff, you're actually repopulating every day. And I like to see you do it at night before you go to bed. Like the last thing you do is put some good probiotics in there one way or another, because then they have all night to,
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Because you're not putting anything else in your body for the whole night.
Right.
So then they have the whole night to maybe multiply, and to get
Who
in there.
knows what those little creatures do?
Right. So they're in there
Thank
doing their good
you.
work.
Alone
You're
in the
welcome,
dark.
sweetie.
All right.
You're
Have
welcome.
a great night.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Thanks. Bye now. We had a fundraiser on Saturday at the.
It's fun.
Wasn't that fun?
Yes.
It was
yes,
so
lots
fun.
Of people there.
I volunteered in the kitchen for most of the day, and then I volunteered with my band playing drums and singing at the end of the night, and then I volunteered doing a bunch of cleanup and everything, and it was so fun. And my favorite part. I mean, I love feeding people good food, so that's a really big one. But my favorite part was getting to meet and re-meet some of the people in the community. It's so wonderful.
Yeah.
I met some of the absolutely coolest people. Everyone there is just so community minded and volunteer minded, and willing to help each other out and that. And I love to see that. And I loved meeting.
Celebration.
It's like a celebration, and we're raising money for so we can do great things here at the radio station. I love that. Next week is our fund drive week here at the station, the Spring Fund Drive, April 16th to the 22nd. And so we're going to be inviting people to sign up as members and join as underwriters, and to make donations to support the station. So that's really awesome. But I loved meeting people and really getting to talk to people, about their health. People have questions, or they're saying, "Oh, check out this, thing that I had wrong with me the last time I saw you," or this is an update on how I'm doing with my health, or this is where I'm at now. What can I do next? It's so great. And that's one of the great things about seeing people in person, which I absolutely love. So we get to do that at when we have an event like that, and we get to do it when we do the free Valley Fire Healing Clinic every month down at the Bikram Yoga, and I love it so much that I decided to do a free clinic day down at Bikram Yoga this Thursday. Oh my gosh, I just thought this Thursday's the 7th. I almost thought it was the 14th. That's my birthday. I'm like, oh my God, I'm planning this on my birthday. Wait a minute. But what I love more than helping people, is just maybe rolling around with my kids and tickling and laughing. That's probably my most favorite thing. But my next favorite thing is helping people. I'd love to do that on my birthday, heck. Yes. But it'll be this Thursday on the 7th, down at Bikram Yoga, 11:30 to 4:30. Everybody's welcome to just come down and get some help on your health. And soon I'd like to do a free day in Lakeport as well, so we can be on two sides of the lake. And so stay tuned for when that's going to happen, because hopefully that'll be happening soon. I am in the middle of trying to move and stuff, so I'm trying not to get too busy. But this is a great time of year to work on your health and your nutrition, and to kind of reboot and get restarted. So I'm always here to answer your questions. You can call in if you like being on the air. You can call in 707-263-3435. You can send me an email if you'd like a little bit more private help, quantumenergyshift@yahoo.com, or go onto my Facebook page. It's love.laureen after the slash after facebook.com. And this is a community service. I will answer you and help you for totally free. It's my passion. I love to do it. And just so you know, you are helping me just as much as I'm helping you.
Another caller.
Aloha caller, you're on with Laureen.
Hey there, Dr. Lee. It's Leszek.
Hi, Leszek. How are you?
I miss seeing you. Somebody told me you were back there intensely making food.
I was making food for everyone. I was surprised I didn't see you because I saw Cassie and I was looking around for you, but I didn't see you out there.
Yeah.
How's your health been?
Hey, as God would have it, my dear. I thought of you today. You know why?
Why?
Because I said, I remember years ago going to a naturopath, and he told me the importance of timing and food, diet.
Mm-hmm.
He got quite esoteric about it because he was partly alchemist.
Mm-hmm. I love to talk about food, and
some foods were
foods
considered,
are very healing.
Some foods he categorized as morning foods,
mm-hmm.
night foods,
mm-hmm. Absolutely.
day foods,
mm-hmm.
top of the day.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one of the things that I remember stuck with me, and it's been challenged in me quite a bit recently, is this idea that carbohydrates, sugars, you should use in the morning because they're energy foods and you burn them out in the course of the day.
In the form of fruit, it's good to, if you're going to have fruit, if your digestive system can handle it, which a lot of people really can't even handle sweets right now, including fruit, just because the state of the digestive system is so out of whack that the fruit that you eat or fruit juice that you drink ends up feeding those microbes that are not helping your body. But if you do have a healthy digestive system, it's wonderful to eat fruits in the morning, and in the summer especially. We used to, back before we had all this modern medicine and modern food, corporations and all this stuff, fruit was eaten heavily in the summer and the fall to kind of put on fat to get you through the winter.
Yeah, and it was seasonal.
Mm-hmm.
According to location, for the longest time before we got airplanes and trains, food was local. But I was just going to say, now I heard somebody was saying that no, don't use any foods intense or that reduce to sugars, carbohydrates, that kind of thing in the morning, because it really has an effect on your nervous system, and that this person was recommending a solid protein diet in the morning. And moving.
Well, you know what, Leszek, you know what I think about people and situations where people are advised to, where people are told things like this, where if you eat this food in the morning, or if you eat this certain food at all, and things like that. And we've talked about this before, when we've done some, when you've been in the clinic or done some consulting with me, which as a community service, as I always do, that everybody's different, and some people can handle more protein. Some people actually have trouble breaking down proteins, and some of the heavier proteins are difficult for some people to digest. On the other hand, some fruits, like I mentioned earlier, cause problems if you don't have a balanced microbiome in your digestive system. So everybody's different. So I kind of I like to say in general, junk food's bad, trans fats and hydrogenated oils and chemical additives and all of these certain things are bad. And I can just say that in general, but for each individual person, how you process protein, how your body can handle sugars, and I'm talking about whole food sugars and things like that, and how your body handles different things is different for everyone. And so, if you study on your own online, some of the holistic health websites, or send, there are people out there online answering questions besides just me, but I'm always here for answering questions for folks, and because everybody's different, when I consulted with you and in your wife, and once again, these are free consultations that we're talking about, but when that happened, I asked you specific questions about your individual, your lifestyle, your cravings, your past, your this whole bunches of questions, because you're different, and what I think is good for you might be different for your wife, depending on your health. However, a lot of times when people live together, they have really similar situations, right? Because they're doing the same kind of nutrition in general. So, so that happens. But everybody's different, and I like to see folks just get to know their own body and also kind of get to know what's going on out there in the world with toxins and with food and with medicines, and things like that, because we need to be educated. And the more we know, the more we can make these little changes that one day we'll wake up and things will really be different. And unless you have like a really serious health situation, you can make small shifts and small changes over time to actually do these huge transformations that are absolutely life-changing. If you do have a serious health condition, you might not be able to do the small changes over time. You might have to do small changes, at a rapid pace and, clean yourself up real quick if you've gotten yourself into a bad situation health-wise. But for the most part, it's real nice if you can just ease into stuff and make small changes over time.
You bet, Laureen. That was a nice little sermon.
Thank you. I love hearing from you, Les Chick. Write to me or just give me a call if you need more help off air, but we're out of time today. So lots of love.
I was thinking of timing, seasons and all that element of time in life.
Yeah, this is the way it is.
Relationship of time to life.
Check out lifespa.com for the Ayurvedic perspective, and they do everything on seasons and naturally. So
and times of day.
Out. Yeah, call me or come down. I'm doing a free clinic
month,
day.
Which has to do with the moon
Absolutely.
cycle. Anyway, you better quick like
we're
a buddy.
out of here.
Out of there.
We're doing. I'm having free clinic hours on Thursday down at the yoga place. So if you want to kind of get a refresher on your, on stuff, just come down and see me, would you?
Hey, there's a possibility there.
I'd love it. It'd be great to see you.
Okay, be nice to see you.
Take care, my friend.
Bye, dear.
Blessings and aloha to everyone. Thank you.